Good morning, everyone. Today we will see JEE questions, class 11, mathematics. If Z is a complex number and imaginary part is 10, satisfies this condition. So, for what natural number n is, you have to find the natural number n and the real part of Z. So, we don't know the real part of Z. Z is a complex number. I may write it as x plus iy. When imaginary part of Z is 10, that means it is nothing but y is 10. So Z is actually x plus 10i. Now I'm going to put here the Z value. Before putting that, let's go for the cross multiplication. So I just take 2Z minus n is 2i times 2Z. Let me write it a little clear. So let's make real and imaginary part separate. Let's take here 2Z plus n. Now what is the real part if you can consider 2i and then minus of 2z plus n. Here you have seen 2i multiplied and also minus 1 multiplied. So when I talk about the real part, this part coming here, see minus of minus become plus 4z minus n plus n will cancel. So here you may get imaginary part something like I times 4z plus 2n. But what was the z actually? X plus 10 I. So when you substitute here, you get 4x plus 40i is equal to I times 4 times when you do here the same thing, 4x plus 40i and plus 2n. So here real part you have a 4x here, the real part comparison, and was actually equal to the real part composition minus 40, the I into I square, which is a real number, so minus 40. So x value is minus 10, a real part is minus 10. What about the n value? So imaginary part, when you equate 40 is equal to 4x plus 2n, x value is minus 10, put over here, it will be 40 equal to minus 40 plus 2n, so 80 is equal to 2n, n is 20. Now n value, natural number is 20, real part is minus 10, so option is A. Now for the next question, if you see, this is 2019 April in first shift. These are the points in the complex number. So this is lying on the circle or a straight line that we have to identify. So further, it's a very simple one. We'll take a rationalization of the denominator. When I put a rationalization of denominator, okay, something like this. So denominator will come alpha square minus I square, and numerator become alpha plus I whole square, a square plus 2 alpha I plus I square. You know, I square is minus 1, so alpha square minus 1 by alpha square plus 1. This is the real part, and imaginary part is 2 alpha by alpha square plus 1 into I. Now this is representing what? We have a real part and also an imaginary part. This is representing what? We have x and y. So you cannot say this is x equal to y, right? So x and y are different, so it's not a straight line. Or x equal to minus y also you cannot say, so it's not a straight line. So the other option is x square plus y square. When you consider x means a real part, if you do the square, alpha square plus 1 whole square is the denominator, the numerator is alpha square minus 1 whole square, plus the other one will become 4 alpha square, okay, 2 alpha into I, so 4 alpha square. So if you expand it, we get alpha power 4 minus 2 alpha square plus 4 alpha square. So that means this is something like alpha square plus 1 whole square only I'll be getting. So these two will get cancelled. I'll get the answer 1. This is nothing but the radius. So radius 1 and center circle whose radius 1 would be the option, and center is actually origin. So the complex number represented circle. Questions of the previous year paper. You see here Z is a complex number with the magnitude of Z modulus is less than 1, and omega is given like this, and we would like to find the imaginary part of omega or real part of omega. What would be the answer? So before going to that, let's take a cross multiplication simple. Omega times 5 minus 5z is equal to 5 plus 3z. Now we know the z is a complex number with magnitude less than 1. I'll put the z one side. I mean, it is 5 omega minus 5 here, and z common if you take 3 plus 5 omega here. Now we put a modulus over here. So when I put a modulus, I break it as modulus of z into 3 plus 5 omega modulus of, and here also 5 omega minus 5 and the modulus. Here the given modulus of z, that is magnitude of z, the value is less than 1. So this part is less than 1. That implies what? Your 3 plus 5 omega modulus should be greater than 5 omega minus 5 modulus, because this is a less value and this should be having more. Then when you multiply, you should equate with this. So this should be more than this value, then only on multiplication you will be getting equality. So this is small simple equality, and I can cancel here 5, and here also 5 I take common. That is 3 by 5 plus omega is a complex number, then I will write it as x plus iy is greater than 5 have taken common. Omega is a complex number, x plus iy minus 1. So here this is the magnitude which has a real part and imaginary part. It represents actually the circle x plus 5 3 by 5 whole square plus y square, the magnitude greater than x minus 1 whole square plus y square. I may cancel the y squares on either side. I'll be getting a real part. So what would be the answer? X square and x square also gets cancelled when you expand. So 2 times of 3 by 5x plus 9 by 25 is greater than here minus 2x plus 1. So let me take here minus 2 by x the other side. So you may get 10 times and 16. So 16x by 5 should be greater than 1 minus 9 by 25, which is nothing but again 16 by 25. So 25 and 25 cancel. So x part should be greater than 1. So real part should be greater than 1. And somewhere 5 here, 5 times of real part. So actually this is 5 here and this is 25. So 5 times of real part of omega is greater than 1. Okay, now more question here. This is also a simple one. Here we have to just take the LCM. Here we'll be getting minus 6 minus I whole cube, and 1 by 3 actually, and this is also having a cube, is equal to x plus iy upon 27. The question is to find x and y values, and then we can subtract it. So this 27 and 27 gets cancelled, of course. Then minus is outside, and a plus b whole cube. So we will get a cube, that is 216, plus b cube, that is I cube, 3ab, 3 6 18 times of I into a plus b. This is x plus iy. I've just applied the a plus b whole cube formula. Now when you simplify this further, I cube is minus I, and so this is minus terms of 216 plus I cube. Sorry, you can write it as minus I, 18 times of 6, 18 times of 5, 90, 108. So like this is 108I, and then minus 18 is equal to x plus iy. So now you can easily get the x and y values. So 216 and 18 will be something like 198. So this is minus 198, and this is plus time, so minus 107i is x and y. So I got the x and y value. I just need to do y minus x, so minus 107 plus 198. So this is something equal to, you subtract, it's coming out to be 91. So 91